I want more depth. I want more love. I want more ease. I want more fulfillment. I just want everything. Has been feeling like a weight on me when people are like, oh, like, why are you doing this? Or like, what is your motivation to do this? And I'm just like, oh, I don't know. I do know. I want a big, fat, fulfilling life. I want to do everything and I don't want to have any limits. And I know that I have the power and the control to make it happen. Yay! It's happening and I am here. I am recording my first YouTube video and I am so excited. Thank you for watching. I don't even know if I'm doing this for views or just because I feel like it's part of hitting my highest potential. I don't want to ever get to a point in my life and be like, oh wow, I wish I did this, or it's too late to do this. And this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I've realized that it is extremely important to me to be very vulnerable and honest about my life and just about what I am experiencing. And I feel the call to share that with you guys. If you follow me on Instagram or if you know me in real life and you've been following me through high school, through everything, I've always shared my life. And I feel like I have a greater purpose now that I know who I am and I'm figuring out who I am. And I feel like I get a lot of messages from people just being like, you're glowing, how do you do it? Or how are you so confident? Or what changed? Or all these things. And they kind of just come to me for advice. And I'm like, wait a second, wait up, hold on a minute. I'm going to teach you guys. I'm going to do that. I'm going to share what has helped me and what I've realized and what I've come to learn. And I'm just very excited about it. Again, the purpose of this channel is for me to be completely honest and vulnerable about life in general. I'm choosing to be really honest and vulnerable online, not because I feel like I have it all figured out, but because I actually feel like I don't have it all figured out. I've realized how much guilt I've been carrying for years and years and years because I just crave such a big, fulfilling life. I want more depth. I want more love. I want more ease. I want more fulfillment. I just want everything. And I think when you're in certain crowds that when you say that, they kind of like scoff or they're just like, why? Like, it's really not that serious. And to me, it is that serious. We have one life and I'm here to reach my highest potential and to just become the best version of me that I possibly can and to get everything that I desire without feeling guilty. This is not because I'm unhappy with my current life, but because I'm curious as to what's truly possible. Again, we have one life. I want to make sure that I am trying everything and going all in on the things that I truly desire. I'm not sure if I said this at the beginning of the video, but my biggest fear in life is getting to the end of my life and thinking, what if? What if I wasn't so scared? What if I said yes to the things that I actually wanted? What if I didn't shrink myself to make other people feel comfortable? So this space is going to be me sharing my thoughts and my life in real time with you guys. The thoughts I'm having, the questions I'm asking, the things I'm unlearning, and the desires that I'm finally letting myself admit. And I'm just saying, I think it feels so good to actually say out loud the things that you are desiring. It has been feeling like a weight on me when people are like, oh, like, why are you doing this? Or like, what is your motivation to do this? And I'm just like, oh, I don't know. I do know. I want a big, fat, fulfilling life. I want to do everything and I don't want to have any limits. And I know that I have the power and the control to make it happen. So I just want to say, I'm not here with answers. I'm here with honesty and a lot of questions. Like, why do we feel guilty for wanting more? When did we learn to quiet what we want? And what would happen if we didn't quiet what we wanted? I'm here to experiment with you, for you, together. So if you also feel like you're figuring things out, if you're also sitting with questions, and if you also want a big fat life without feeling guilty about it, follow along and I am so excited. I'm recording this video with a time crunch. I have a handyman coming in about 15 minutes, but I wanted to just get this done because it's been something that's been on my brain for so long. And instead of waiting for the perfect circumstances, I just wanted to get it done. So I'm going to list off some facts off the top of my head. I did not plan this at all. And I'm just going to tell you guys who I am to give you a better sense of if you want to follow along this journey. And yeah, so here we go. And either way, if you made it this far, thank you for watching and I love you. Yay! Okay, hi, my name is Stephanie. I am 28 years old. I was born and raised in Massachusetts. I went to Catholic school my whole life, and then I also went to college in Massachusetts as well. I went to Westfield State University, hoot hoot, go Owls. And in college, I realized that I wasn't really learning anything in my classes. And so I had an internship at the dining hall that turned into an actual like 40-hour-a-week job my last semester because I wanted to run the marketing. And again, I went to my director at the time and was like, I'm not learning anything in class, just let me go work. work. I've always been wanting to work and hustle, and I always knew that I had the talent, and marketing comes extremely easy to me, which segues into I also own a six-figure marketing business, which I will get more into in another video because there are so many things that being a business owner teaches you about yourself, about the world, about business, about career, about love, about health, about everything. And it is the best journey that I've ever chose to go on. Anyways, so I started marketing about 10 years ago, and I started with actually doing the social media for my dining hall. And it's so funny. I remember the first post. Oh my God, stop. The first post that I posted, the director immediately emailed me and was like, "Can you come to my office?" And I was like, that is not what the fans wanted to see. I've been ruffling feathers. But anyways, so that is that. I love what I do. I just think the journey of becoming a business owner, again, you go through so many phases and you figure out what works and what doesn't. And I'm at a point in life where I figured out what is working for me and what I'm going to continue. And I'll get into that in another video. I have 5 siblings. I have 3 older siblings and 2 younger ones. I absolutely love all of my siblings. My younger siblings have been, I don't know how to describe it. Becoming an older sister has been the best thing in the world to me. I'm gonna cry right now thinking about them. That's not normal. Anyways, my little brother and sister are my absolute world. I love them so much. Even if my little brother, if you're watching this, Jack, I know you love me somewhere in there. And my little sister is my bestie, and I love her, Maddie. And I know she's watching this because I'm gonna send her the link. And if there's one thing about becoming an older sister is you become humbled very quickly. If there's anything that my brother and sister do really well, it's keeping me humble and down to earth. I again was born and raised in Massachusetts, but I currently live in Florida, and I'm actually looking at the most beautiful view right now. I knew that I wanted to live on the water and I wanted to live somewhere warm. In between Massachusetts and Florida, I lived in Italy for about 4.5 years with an ex-partner. And actually, I dated older men before it was cool. I was in an age gap relationship. He was a little over 30 years older than me, and that relationship also taught me a lot. With that being said, I will be posting some videos on what it's like to actually date somebody 30 years older than you and the mindset shifts that I've had from then to now, because I think I feel really called to share my experiences with women who want to depend on a man for anything. I know that sounds really bad, and I'm not a man hater. People will think I'm a man hater because I think that women should be extremely picky with who they decide to partner with. But again, I think when you own a business and your whole life is dependent on the success of your business, you will do anything to protect your energy and your peace and your finances. And with that being said, I think choosing a partner is something that you should be extremely picky about because they will have complete influence on where you end up and how happy you are. What else? What else? What else? I really enjoy the finer things in life. Again, I think that's why I feel the call to start this YouTube channel, to admit that out loud. I love the finer things in life. And again, I used to feel really guilty because when I would say that in front of kind of just like not the wrong crowds, but people who have such a limited mindset or a small scope of what the world actually can provide, I felt guilty. And so I would keep it in. But then I realized by keeping it in, I can't find my people. And so my hopes is that in sharing my journey, my wants and my desires and how I'm getting there and what I'm doing to make those dreams a reality, I hope that I can inspire others. I hope I can activate something in you to maybe think a little bigger, think a little more different, and just live a life that you truly desire. I absolutely love cooking, baking, painting, crafts, everything like that. I think that they help me stay whimsical, they help me slow down, and I just love eating. I love food and I love eating anyways. I feel like it's a science. If you know me, if you've ever gone out to eat with me, I love going out to eat and I love eating and I love recipes. If I say I love eating one more time, it's kind of crazy. And I love fine dining and those experiences, but I also love visiting like little food trucks and doing those types of things as well. The gist of this video is to let you know why I feel called to do this, how I'm going to approach it, and just going to share what has helped me on my journey of becoming a woman. I'm very proud of who I am today, and I think this is kind of the next step of just unlocking my full potential, is to actually voice out loud and share with you guys what I desire and what I'm doing to get there. And again, I am just so ecstatic about this. I feel like I didn't even really tell you guys about who I am. I do know who I am. I am definitely a strong, independent woman who knows what she wants and is only refining those things. And it's becoming a lot clearer to me how easy and simple this life is. When you decide what you want and you are extremely clear about it and you say no to everything that is not that, life becomes extremely simple and extremely easy. And I'm here to just share more about my journey of that. And I'm going to leave you with something that I've been thinking about a lot recently. I know when the new year starts, people choose a word to base their whole year off. And for me, it's not a word, it's a phrase, but I'm just on a path of living a life of least resistance. If something feels like it's not me or something does not feel good, I'm not going to do it. And if something feels good and something lights me up and makes me feel like more of myself, I'm going to do that. And that is where this YouTube channel is being born from. So join me on my path of least resistance. I love you guys, and I think that we are on this journey together. I would not be here without you guys. And I hope that I again can activate something in you. And if not, just follow along my journey, and your support means everything. So love you guys, and I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Ciao, ciao.